In this video, I want to talk about what's happening in the markets right now. I want to react to this great post from Daniel Pronk. Maybe you are familiar with the news, but based on the new tariffs, the stock market is dropping 3% as I'm recording this video. So I want to comment on this post, and I want to comment on another Twitter post, and we will listen to an earnings call. It will be pretty entertaining and you will have some value out of this video, and you will also have my opinion, what I plan to do with the current environment. Okay, so in case you are new to this YouTube channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Nour. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year, and I love these buying opportunities when you have a lot of panic, a lot of uncertainties in this market. So yeah, let's start with this great post from Daniel Pronk. Okay, I think tariffs are a tactic to show countries that Trump isn't messing around and to bring them to the negotiation table. A few hours ago, we learned that Trump announced a new tariff regime for a lot of countries, including small countries that don't have much impact when it comes to the big deficit, US deficit. So a lot of countries are going to be hit. And I'm right now in Bangkok. This is the view from Bangkok, and Thailand officially entered the negotiation. So it only lasted a couple of hours, and countries are already negotiating new tariff rules. So I like this post because I agree with it first, and I think that's a great view of the Trump strategy. So that's the goal is to bring them to the negotiating table. I don't think they will be long lasting, as I struggle to see how they benefit the US. I don't think this will matter or be relevant in 5 years or more. Yes, I watched an interview yesterday about Bruce Flatt, the CEO of Brookfield Corp, and he was basically saying the same thing, that all the macro data is purely short term. What matters in the long term is the longevity of your earnings, the quality of your assets. This macro tariff short-term pain is irrelevant if you consider a long-term horizon. Therefore, my plan is to continue buying high-quality businesses and focusing on the long term, which is exactly what we preach on this YouTube channel, right? When people are worried about the outlook and things are uncertain, is the best buying opportunities come, is when the best buying opportunities come, sorry. Yes, I agree very much. If you had waited for the perfect environment, when things are green, when things are wonderful, I mean, this is not the time to buy. You want to buy when it's ugly, right? So if you look at the S&P 500, and if you go back to 2018 with the first trade war between the US and China, with Trump and a lot of his Twitter posts threatening China, big tariff, steel, aluminum, everybody has forgotten this. In January, look at this, January 2018 and March 2018, things dropped, and dropped a little bit more in December. These were great buying opportunities. That's sometimes you don't have to overcomplicate things. If things are at a discount for a macro reason and you think you have a deal in front of you, you can just buy. Because most of the time, these big shocks of uncertainties in this market create buying opportunities. Maybe not everything is cheap. I agree with you, you have some pockets of the market that are fairly expensive, but you have some pockets of this market that are cheap at the moment, hated at the moment, when you have peak uncertainty. So I agree with his point, and I think you have some pretty good deals at the moment. Let me continue. This is when best buying opportunities come. Yes, you don't find cheap stocks when everyone is optimistic and the future is certain. Let me remind you that a couple of weeks ago we were at all-time highs. It was here, look at the S&P 500, February 2025, mid-February 2025, even here, 20th February 2025, people were already optimistic about the S&P 500, saying that we will have a 20% performance, back to back to back performance, great results. The Trump administration will do tax cuts. It will be wonderful for earnings. It can revert very fast. And at the time people were euphoric. This is not when you can find the best deals. You can find the best deals when you have the best opportunities, when you have peak pessimism, and now people are completely horrified. It is a complete collapse of sentiment. You can just scroll through YouTube thumbnails. I think this thumbnail will be red. You will have some fire with the thumbnails. You can scroll on Twitter, on X, on Instagram, everything you want. You have a lot of panic in the market. People are worried a lot. Okay, you have to be willing to buy into the fear. Yeah, if this is the best buying opportunity when everything is down, you have to buy when everything is down. It will be painful, it will be scary, but most of the time, there are great buying opportunities. They represent great buying opportunities. Focusing on the long term and having conviction in what you own is what gives you the confidence to do so. That's a great post from Daniel Pronk. You can follow his Twitter account, watch all his YouTube videos, great value, and that's the spirit. That's what we try to share with all our YouTube channels, investing YouTube channels, right? You take advantage of the fear, you take advantage of the volatility, and you buy when everything is rushing out of the theater, basically. So you have a couple of comments. You have David here that is also subscribed to this channel, so welcome. Hi David. The most powerful equation in investing is wonderful company plus temporary issue plus time equals wealth. That's literally how simple it is. Yes. And in his latest video, Daniel is highlighting 3 stocks maybe he's willing to buy. If my memory is correct, that should be something like Mercado Libre, Brookfield, maybe Amazon. I have a doubt. I just watched the video, but I already forgot. Yeah, you can have some pretty good deals. Quality names like Mercado Libre or Brookfield that are at a discount right now. And maybe I'm recording this video, the market has not opened. It's the afternoon here in Bangkok. It's late, it's early in the morning for you in the US. So you can have some pretty terrific deals today because of, this is a good transition, a good segue, because of this. Okay. Here is another post, stocks for textile and furniture manufacturers that diversified supply chain into Vietnam are getting crushed by 46% reciprocal tariff. Okay, you have some names, you have some companies in the world that are based in the US, but they have their manufacturing plants in China, right? They were hit by the first trade war in 2018. So they said, okay, we want to reduce the exposure to China. We want to reduce the risk in case China enters a trade war with the US. For some reason, you have some tensions. Let me move away from China and go to Vietnam. And a lot of companies have shifted their operations to Vietnam. And you know what? A few hours ago, Vietnam was hit. This is how I started the video. A lot of countries, small countries, were hit. And this is a mess. This is a mess. People did not really predict this. And countries like Vietnam are having a huge tariff. And they will have a negotiation with them. But for the moment, stocks are getting crushed. So you can have pretty good deals. You have, for example, Restoration Hardware, minus 26%. I will get back to RH, Restoration Hardware, in a couple of minutes. I think you will like it. You have Wayfair, Restoration Hardware, in case you don't know it, they sell furniture for the house. If I type this, kitchens, tables, bedrooms. You have Wayfair, similar company, that is down almost 20%. You have Deca, so shoes, right, minus 12% today. You have Lululemon, so pants, sportswear equipment, minus 12%. Gap, something, 10%. Abercrombie & Fitch, 10%. Nike, 7%. American Eagle, minus 6%. And the company behind Timberland and North Face, minus 5%. They thought that it was a smart move to go to Vietnam. It was a smart move. You relocate, that's pretty fine. But you get crushed. And if you look at RH, the first one, is down minus 26%. Now let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
By the way, if you're looking for a complete framework to analyze stocks and build a strong portfolio, I have a coaching program. More on that at the end of the video.
If I go to RH, okay, RH, here you go, you will find a stock that is completely, how do you say it, obliterated. Yes, and I have followed RH for a couple of years now. I know the company quite well. I have invested in one of their competitors called Williams-Sonoma. So, I mean, Williams-Sonoma could be included in this list also. This is in a similar vibe. And it is down 10%. 10%, let me put the website in English. Is down 10% because they operate in the same industry. Okay, let me take this example of RH, minus 26%, completely horrible performance. The stock has been doing nothing for 4 years. You have many stocks that have been doing nothing for 4 years. What is the problem here? First, they reported earnings the same day tariffs were announced, and earnings were not great. They've said that their industry was in the worst shape that they've seen for the past 50 years. So you have clear headwinds for the global industry, and they will be heavily impacted by tariffs. And if you go to the earnings call, right? Restoration Hardware CEO, the CEO is great. I like it. Gary Friedman, because he's very blunt, and the earnings calls are very fun to listen to. And here is the reaction. The CEO live reacts to finding out their stock is down minus 25% on the earnings call. He said, oh shit, okay, I just looked at the screen. And I have the audio for you so you can have some fun. He's so funny. Yeah, I mean, that's very entertaining. Who said stock market is boring? Who said stock market investing is boring? Okay, let me... that was wild. Somebody shared the audio so I can share. Yeah, okay, let me put full sound on for you. And this is maybe the first time I've seen this, so I suppose this is the first time you see this too. If not, please tell me in the comment section below. But that's good. I mean, you listen to earnings call to have this. And I made a video a couple of days ago analyzing the qualitative tone of management, the qualitative aspect of investing. And we talked about Stellantis, like they started their earnings call with a R&B, rap music, bombastic, and we said, look at this, guys, this is not in the spreadsheet. Starting your earnings call with bad results, with a rap music and saying this is bombastic, this is not a bad tone. I mean, maybe the management is not serious, maybe this is not their priority. So I made a video and saying, check this, the qualitative aspect of investing is pretty important. Here is another example of qualitative aspect of investing in your analysis. Normally you should hear fine. Okay, let me put full screen so you can follow with the text, okay?
So yeah, like we're just really well positioned right now. I think that's the headline. Like if you're gonna bet on somebody in this race, and I don't know, where's our stock now? I mean, I guess you know the stock went down, you know, based on some of the numbers we reported, and then it got killed because of oh really? Oh shit. Okay. I just looked at the screen. I hadn't looked at it. You know, it got hit. My team gave us a thumbs up on the...
So yeah, that's a pretty funny reaction. The CEO clearly saying, oh shit, that's the first time I hear a CEO saying this publicly, acting surprised. I mean, he is really surprised. The stock is very volatile. Now here is another tip of value for you. A few quarters ago, you can check summer 2023 RH, and their CEO Gary Friedman bought back 17% of their shares, a 17% buyback program in 1 quarter. So maybe now the stock will be down $180 around this. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a massive buyback program right now. No, you know what? I would be surprised. They said earnings were bad. They started to sell their real estate. Maybe they will be conservative with the remaining of the years if the outlook is bad. So yeah, for this reason I will not invest. I mean, you have a bad outlook and a lot of uncertainties in this market, and frankly when it comes to the real estate market, furniture market, I'm not that bullish in the short term for this one. I see other better opportunities. So yeah, that's basically it. Absolute comedy. I agree with these guys, and yeah, that will be interesting when the market opens. Maybe it will go down to minus 30%. It will get pretty cheap. I mean, if you want to buy this, you can. I don't think I will buy this. I think all this tariff scare will be very much temporary, like Daniel Pronk said. But there are some sectors that I will not touch. All the furniture market, Williams Sonoma, RH, Wayfair, all the picks highlighted here, I don't think I will touch them. Same thing with Nike, Abercrombie and Fitch, Lululemon, because the outlook was already bad. It was not that great, not a lot of growth ahead in my opinion, and the industry got hit by a lot. But you can find some other opportunities in other sectors. I mean, there are companies that will get hit today and are only operating in the US. You don't have a tariff problem. Or you can have some companies, software companies, that couldn't care less about tariffs. Available at a good valuation, at a good price. It's a software company. They don't manufacture stuff from Vietnam or China. This is completely fine. Or you can find some pockets of the markets where the negotiation will be resolved very fast. You already have Thailand that is negotiating the tariff, so maybe some deals in Thailand. I don't think you know a lot of companies in Thailand. Me neither, by the way. But that's worth looking at. Maybe you have Thailand, but you have other countries. Maybe a couple of countries in Europe will be much more helpful in the negotiation, and you can have some pretty cool deals in Europe. Also, Canada and Mexico. Canada and Mexico had a pretty good deal when it comes to global tariffs of 10%. This is not the worst case scenario, but I'm pretty sure that today, when the market open, you will have some deals in Canada and Mexico. I mean, Daniel Pronk highlighted BN, right? Brookfield. If I look at Brookfield, I think it's down like 3%, like everybody, 2 or 3%. Come on. Brookfieldinvesting.com. Let me check. Exactly, it's down minus 3% like everybody, but it was not as badly as affected as other countries. So you have a pretty good discrepancy. You have a lot of panic. People just sell their shares today. So maybe it will be down 3%, maybe down 4%, 5%. Nobody knows. But that will be pretty interesting. You have China that is dropping a lot. You have Alibaba dropping a lot, like 5% in China right now. Yeah, after hours, 5%. China already opened. The stock is down 5%. So yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, you will have a lot of moves today, a lot of moves in the coming days, because reciprocal tariffs will come to effect in a couple of days. Like you have 4 or 5 days to negotiate with the US administration. So you can expect much more volatility in the next couple of days. And I mean, if you don't buy now, when do you buy? Frankly, earnings are okay for some companies. Revenue is fine, outlook is fine, but the stock is getting hammered. For a lot of companies, I don't want to mention names in this video. You have to do your due diligence, but you have a couple of companies that are great and a lot of uncertainty in this market. This is a good buying opportunity. I still believe this is a good buying opportunity, and the sentiment of this market will continue to change. I wouldn't be surprised if the mood swings again to euphoria in a couple of months. This can be very fast. I started this video saying that the market was at all-time highs in mid-February. It's been only 2 months, less than 2 months, and we reached peak pessimism. Like people are panicking and terrified. So in 2 months, it can revert back. Maybe it will take 6 months to revert back, but I think this is a pretty good buying opportunity. I see some pretty good deals over there. So yeah, that's it for the update, guys. Don't panic, it's life. We've seen this in 2018. You can expect much more volatility. If you want to be greedy and wait a couple of days before buying, you can do whatever you want, guys. I will update you with my moves if I buy some things, if I sell some things. If that's interesting, I will make a video about it. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Frankly, from my personal point of view, I see a couple of these around Asia. Yeah, with this Vietnam deal, you have a couple of names that are interesting. And yeah, we'll see. Really excited to see how the week will evolve, if we have some new tensions. That's very fun to watch. I have my portfolio, I bring my popcorn, and I enjoy the fun. So, so that's it, guys. Don't stress over a 3% drop. That's normal. If your company is dropping more than 3%, that's life. That's life. You can buy more if you like the business. You can only have discounts. You buy when you have discounts. Okay, that's it. Let's wrap it up, guys. Good luck to you in this eventful week. Wish you the best, and let's hunt for new deals, right? Okay, I wish you a nice rest of your day. Goodbye.
If you like this content, I have an investing coaching program. In this program, you will learn a complete investing process. You will learn how to find good stock ideas, how to properly value stocks, when to buy, when to sell, so that you can build a strong portfolio. Additionally, you will have access to my personalized guidance for long-term results. We will do weekly calls where we analyze stocks together, and you will have access to my private number available 24/7 for full support. If you are blocked, if you have any questions, I'm here to help. Click the first link in the description to get more information. You will get a video that explains how everything works completely for free. No need to sign up, no need for your email address. Just click the first link in the description and I'll see you on the other side.